Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, man, we got a whole lot to talk about, man. A whole lot of mess going on at the camp. But you know, it all come with the dog game. Got my girl, Kenzie Kennel Sky out here. I got her in the kennel. Hope all my people been doing well. Hope everybody been having a good time, you know what I mean? But man, with this video right here, man, I'm gonna strictly just talk about, you know what I mean, what all we got going on, what all been, you know what I mean, transpiring over here at the camp. Man, I got one, two, three, four, six. I done had 6 dogs coming in heat within the last month. Yeah, I know a lot of people thinking like, yeah, that ching, 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 ching. Nah, it ain't that. It ain't that, baby. 6 little mean 6 extra, mean extra work, extra shelter. You know what I mean? I built this is one of my first kennels I built. You know what I mean? And I originally built this kennel for my pups, but you know they weren't doing as good on the ground as they was off the ground. So I closed this kennel off, you know what I mean? I just started using it for a kennel that I just put my females in when they come in heat. Well, like I said, and I bought two extra kennels for the dogs in heat as well, but you know, everything I always seen happen kind of awkward, you know what I mean? And I've really been looking forward to breeding this big pretty old girl, because you know I've been talking about breeding her with RJ forever. You know what I mean? But we got Yoda, which I'm like 85% sure that she caught. We got Star, which is still 4 long. And like I said, so I don't know if she caught. And we had Coco. If you've been paying attention to my Instagram or just my posters I post on YouTube, we just bred her back, like I said, to Caesar, which I'm guaranteed they probably gonna catch as well. So there's 3 litters that, you know what I mean, that I gotta be looking forward to working with, weapon, taking the time out to just, you know what I mean, work with. They're gonna go back up in here. I was just trying to get a little sunlight while I shoot this video. Yeah. But now I got 3 litters on the way with 3 dogs that I'm been looking forward to breeding for a long time. And they all managed to come in back to back, which, like I said, wouldn't be a good thing, but which would be a good thing, but not when you got littles already on the way. And you know, I'm a one-man army out here besides my lady who helped me with these dogs. You know what I mean? Which she can't do as much as I do. But now I got 3 litters coming back to back. And I got not only 3 litters, it's finna be 4 litters, because, you know, I'm gonna do the Bloody Mary Dino breeding because I want something off of that. Because I've been looking forward to keep 2 pups out there to breed back to Bishop. So I'm gonna breed her back to Dino within the next 4 or 5 days for anybody who gonna be inquiring on those pups. They'll be ranging from 14, 15 to 13. You know what I mean? Whichever one I feel, like I said, I want to set them prices as, you know what I mean? But when breeding these dogs, you'll never want to overdo yourself. And with this girl back to Caesar, these are my brood stock that I'm breeding. These are strictly working dogs. The caliber dogs that I like, you know what I mean? They gonna be as high as caliber as the Bloody Mary and Dino, but they not gonna come with papers. But these for my working man guys who been looking forward to just getting them a good working hound, who want to hog hunt with them, you know what I mean? Like I said, just take them in the woods, you know what I mean? And just have them a good, nice companion. Like I said, I breed these dogs as well. A lot of people say, you know what I mean, it's not good to have dogs with papers if you're gonna be breeding, but that's a lie. You gotta know what you have and have the right type of dogs and caliber of dogs if you're gonna be breeding without papers. And I stand behind my dogs 100% without papers. You know what I mean? I bred this girl back with Caesar, which is another phenomenal dog on my yard that throws. Well, I never bred him, but he come off a good phenomenal line. This girl come off a good phenomenal line. Very proven stock. Very nice all around dogs. And she early in the stage, so I don't know if she caught yet, but this is her second time breeding. Like I said, she didn't catch the first time, but this time I think she caught, you know what I mean? But I don't want to count my eggs before they hatch, so I'm going to give it a good little minute to see what's going to go on. But this is my girl Coco. I got her put her away right now. Like I said, until I pretty much confirm her and get her further along, and I'll put her in the kennel off the ground. And I'm gonna end up moving. I'm actually looking forward to buying 2 more kennels off the ground too, like I said once. You know what I mean? A little thing shake up. I've been working on building my shed, getting my rooms built, doing everything around the counts, you know what I mean? With this dog game, it's all about timing and moving strategic and moving correct and when it's the right time. You know what I mean? You don't never want to overwhelm yourself, take on way too much, where you just can't tend to the dogs, work and having, you know what I mean, have the funds to do everything you need to. And I just don't like breeding, like I said, too heavy anyway. So, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get these, well, I don't mind breeding. You know, they didn't know what to do it, but I don't like breeding heavy. But this time I'm going to risk it, you know what I mean? Go all out because I tell y'all, if you don't watch previous videos, you know what I mean? You just can't always put everything on the back burner. Sometimes you got to go with your move. But this old Kansas Kennel's Coco got her locked up in here. And this is another jump right here. This old Kansas Kennel's Roxy. This is the half sister to Coco that's over in another pen. Inbred, female, heavy black widow, heavy Carver. Not heavy Eli bred dog with just a smidge of red bar up in it. You know what I mean? She was gonna get bred back to my boy Capone, but I got her side off a buck. You know what I mean? Which is a heavy red boy, Eli Carver bred hound. Like I said, I got her side up with my boy, like I said, buck, and I'm gonna see what they throw. But it won't be this time. I was looking forward to getting her bred. I skipped her the first heat, but she's still a young dog. Still got a lot to show me, so I don't mind waiting on her. Eager. Yeah. But this just gonna be the first part of this video. You know what I mean? I'm finna get it back here, and we're gonna shoot the second part of this video and show a few other dogs off. And like I said, and we're gonna chop back in with y'all in a minute. Yeah, we back here on the other side of the yard, man. Messing off this boy Dino. This is the dad. They're gonna be to the pups of Bloody Mary, which later on this week or later on sometime this month when I feel like getting over there, I'm gonna show her as well. And I'm also gonna post probably that breeding up on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all my other platforms. I want y'all to follow me on my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Turn those pages up as well, you know. Like I said, because I post over there a lot when I'm not on YouTube. So if y'all want to stay just in tune to what's going on, y'all can catch me over there. What you got going for us, Sonny? This is a heavy Chinaman bred dog. Come off a champion Chinaman. Come off of El Diablo, champion El Diablo, champion Grand Champion Spanky, which the dad to the which him and Caesar got the same dad. You know what I mean? They got a lot of grand champions up in there and everything, you know what I mean? I'll be busting their pedigree down on my pages and everything, like I said, probably in the video. Next video I do with Bloody Mary and him. But like I said, for anybody looking to acquire on some dog with some paperwork, and like I said, they don't want to go the route with Coco and Caesar, this will be another good option for you as well. You know what I mean? Which should throw some very nice, high caliber, hard mouth dogs. I'm talking him and his brother Caesar, you know what I mean? Very intelligent. Caesar probably got a little bit more intelligence than him. And like I said, I don't know about mouth, because both of them, they both hard mouth dogs. You know what I mean? But like I said, there's gonna be another option for my people who looking for the paperwork and who just love papers. You know what I mean? We're gonna go and get back on over here. I gotta chop off this, like I said, chop off a few trees back here and burn them up when it get a little colder and everything. Let me see the girl that messed in her cage. I'm gonna go and get her up on camera as well while I'm at it. But this is my girl Yoda. As you can see, that stomach poking out. She definitely looking like she caught. It's about 28 days. But you know, like I said, I'm not gonna count my eggs until they hatch. But if she done caught with my boy Banks, that's gonna be a very extreme nice micro litter. You know what I mean? Probably nano and micro in that litter, which will range. It depends. I'm like I said, between 35 and up to 45. Like I said, determine that when the pups be born, the caliber of pups and the colors up on them. You know what I mean? That will determine that off for her. Like I said, I just wanted to get up on camera and show her and show a few of these dogs in the back. I gotta get back here and clean up a little bit. This is my girl Marley. I've been having a lot of problems with flies and everything. Like I said, trying to keep these flies down and these fleas away. I spray almost every 2 times a day. You know what I mean? Just trying to keep fleas off my yard and keep the flies off. You know what I mean? But they always manage to come back. I don't know if because it's the horses or whatnot. But you know what I mean? These fleas, they just way better this year than they ever have been. And they stay on this spot right here. I'm talking relentless, you know what I mean? Like I said, this is my boy Kennel's bear. You know what I mean? This the son of Hitman, son of Cherry, grandson of Bishop, grandson of Nova. Very, very tense dog. Very, very nice dog. You know what I mean? Everything that you could look for, like I said, in a good game dog. When you're looking for some good game dogs, you know what I mean? And this old Bruno right over here in the cut, if I can get him going. I want to try to get him going. Hey, son. That's old Bruno right there, man. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it going, but we're going to try to work him out. Hey, son. You don't want to bite it hard because he know I'm right there. Very, very smart dog. This is a grandson of Marley. Very, very good tempered dog. Coming around nice. Like I said, everything you can be looking for in the bulldog as well. I gotta scrape my yard up, you know what I mean? I be busy, it be hot. You know what I mean? This heat, you can do so much. You gotta protect yourself at all times in this heat. But this old Bruno, this old Brown right here, you know what I mean? Very, very good dogs. Very, very hard working dogs. And this is my girl Jazz. I haven't showed her a little minute on YouTube. She done messed her spot up real bad. I don't know what's wrong with these dogs. They very, very, very filthy. Let me untangle her. Where I got the camera out. They always manage to sit back and mess up pretty bad. They're going for it, baby. Hey, baby. That's old Jazz right there. Yeah. Very, very nice dogs, you know what I mean? She a little over a year old, showing great signs. Everything you can want in a bulldog. Like I said, I gotta come out here and clean up. Like I said, this part of the dog life, you know what I mean? You're gonna get piles of mess, like I said, on a daily. You know what I mean? I advise you to clean up every 2 days. My dogs in 2 days, they make a mess, you know. I feed them real good, you know what I mean? They're going, son. There's another nasty joker that messed up real bad. But that's the main reason I'm doing that Bloody Mary breed back to this crazy throwed off joker right here, which is old Kennel's Bishop. You know what I mean? He's getting very, very up in age, and it's just that time, you know what I mean? I don't want to miss out on the opportunity to get me a whole lot of pups off of him and just, you know what I mean, get my yard all the way set. Like I said, so I'm going to take him back to one of his granddaughters. Like I said, if not both, and keep me at least 1 or 2 pups off that. You know what I mean? To continue his legacy. Get going, son. Hey, Ray. Yeah. But very, very nice dogs, you know what I mean? And that's why I strive for and breed. I like number having the best dogs. I breed for number good dogs, you know what I mean? I know a lot of people got good dogs, but you know, it's just the same way that I like to breed. You know what I mean? Certain looks, characteristics, temperament, bite, style, and everything that I look for when I'm breeding these dogs, you know what I mean? It's more than just putting 2 dogs together and hoping for some good pups. You gotta study these dogs. And I study them like a book, you know what I mean? But yeah, this video not gonna be that long. I know I already been running my mouth a little much, but I just wanted to get y'all some content for the day and get some stuff going. So like I said, this is a wrap. We out. Y'all stay blessed.